Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you for joining me again this week. I am so very thankful that you all join me each and every week and that I can share some stories with you and do some fun things. As you can see, we have some Legos here around us today. We are kind of doing a Lego thing with our story today. And before we get too far into this, let's just do like we do every week. Let's connect and light our candles so that way we know that through the Holy Spirit, we are connected even though we do not watch this at the same time. So, during our story today, there's going to be a couple of video clips that's going to play. And these video clips were created by me by taking pictures of different Lego things one by one to create kind of a movie. Now, when I started creating this, I didn't know exactly how hard this was to do. When you have Lego people and you're not putting them on the Lego platform, they tend to tip over a lot. And so it gets really hard sometimes to make sure your shot is put together really quick or pretty good. And then when you take your picture, the picture is so quick that you need many, many, many photos to make sure that this works and to make it where it moves. And it's so time consuming. So instead of doing the whole story, I did parts of our story today. And I hope you enjoy it. So when we read it together, you'll see little clips that'll just pop up throughout parts of our story. If I were to do the whole thing, it would have taken me days to take each photo and to put this all together. And that's kind of the cool thing is, well, we didn't do the whole story, but we'll have bits and pieces of it. And we'll talk a little bit about it after, and I'll share a little bit about what happened this week this week that just was kind of cool. So let's get started. Our story today comes from the book of Joshua, chapter 6, 1 through 20. And we can find that on page 102 in our Spark Storybook Bible. Again, Joshua 6, 1 through 20, or page 102 in our Spark Storybook Bible. The Battle of Jericho. The Israelites had finally gotten to the land God promised. They stood outside the tall, tall walls of the city called Jericho. God told Joshua that it was time for them to take over the city. So Joshua told the Israelites about God's plan. "Here's what we will do," said Joshua. Joshua counted off 7 priests from the group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You each will play a shofar. Keep blowing all the time, even if your lips get tired. Next, Joshua looked at the soldiers in the group. Grab your weapons and walk in front of the priests. The rest of you, walk behind the priests. Everyone needs to walk quietly. Any questions? Okay, let's go. The horns were loud. The people of Jericho could hear them through the thick stone walls of the city. What was happening? The Israelites kept walking left, right, left, went their marching feet around the city. The Israelites wondered how God's plan was going to work as they looked at the thick city walls. The Israelites did this for 6 whole days. The people of Jericho watched every day. They had never seen anything like this before. Should they be afraid? Should they laugh? On the 7th day, the Israelites got up at sunrise and walked around the city 7 times. After the 7th time, Joshua told the people to shout right at after the priests blew the horn one last time. God's plan was for the walls to fall flat when the Israelites had shouted. The Israelites shouted so loud that the ground began to shake. The thick stone walls began to shake too. And soon they started to crumble. Huge stones crashed to the ground. The wall came tumbling down. The Israelites got what God had promised. I'm 26 years old, right? And I did this with Legos. It doesn't matter how old you are, you can always play with some toys. These are Legos that I've had. A lot of these Lego people, like you see right up in here, those were all borrowed to me from some of you guys, and I'm really thankful that you did. And I think it turned out pretty cool. So just remember, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can always play with your toys. Now, the really cool thing that I want to show you guys here is a picture that I took this weekend. And this past weekend, so like a week ago, on Saturday, okay, we put these videos out Saturday morning, and Saturday afternoon, I was with my in laws, and we went down to look at the tornado damage between Dalton and Ashby. And on our way down, we saw this, a funnel cloud just south of our city here in Fergus Falls. Kind of an amazing thing to see. And that wasn't the only one we saw. We saw more when we went down to the county line to get some rocks from Sarah's uncle who farms. And it was just a cool thing to see. Now, one of the things that I want to tell you again is, we record these Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Today happens to be Friday morning that I'm recording. I'm a little late because I've been a little busy with a lot of things, and well, it takes a lot of time to do all those pictures. I did that Monday and Tuesday, and it just is a lot of time. But tonight, we have a very enhanced risk for severe weather. And I always say it every week. And now we're not singing a song this week. I like to take a break from songs here and there. But with this week, or tonight especially, stay safe. I'm a weather nerd, and most of the time we don't get to the red levels in our warnings, or I should say warnings in our risk factor. And then I put the map on just right now to show you guys what I'm talking about. But I don't know what will happen tonight, and all we have to do is we just have to trust that God is going to keep us safe. And in those tough times, just remember God's going to keep us safe. I know I've said a lot of different lessons here today, but really tonight, stay safe, please. If you go out in public throughout the week, please wear your masks. It's not people trying to tell you what to do. It's us trying to look out for other people. That's as simple as that. We don't need to wear them when we're outside, but when you go into a store, please wear your masks. If you somehow have the virus, you could be transmitting it, and that's why we want to wear our masks. If we wear them for a couple of weeks and everybody does, then we should see this virus start to disappear. And that's what mainly we're asking. So, with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. I've took up a lot of your time. So next week we will be outside again. I know we've been indoors, but that'll be all right. That we're outside and doing something again with our lesson. I'm excited for you to see that, and I can't wait to show you guys what we have in store. So until then, be safe tonight and throughout the week. Wash your hands. If you're in public, wear a mask. And like always, when it's warm out, please drink lots of water. Until then, I will see you guys later. Bye.